I don't care how fast you are. I can see the future. You don't live to see tomorrow.
It's time to talk about one of the greatest comic book battles to ever exist. My boy Steven Yeun is about to get his get back on Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Let's better hope this man Mark doesn't hold back this time.
Yeah, some days I feel unfazed, like when I'm with my friends with a cup raised. On Monday, I got a gun raised, suicidal to a dime till hump day. Then I go right back at it like an automatic. More drinks, more songs, more beats to rap. I need a shrink.
We cut with a title card. You already know what's about to go down. Mark doesn't waste any time and is desperate to give Conquest a big ass beatdown. Mark and Conquest fist each other and completely destroy every building around them. Those construction workers are gonna turn into the next Powerplex after seeing the damage these two did. These two holding hands like it's their first time going to school prom together. But Conquest says cut the gay shit and headbutts this man. Conquest slams Mark into the ground, creating another reason for the construction workers to kill themselves. Conquest says that he was hoping Mark would resist so that he could beat his ass like he was his daddy, and that he enjoys this a little bit too much. He then tries to grab Mark, but my boy don't like being touched unless it's from Adam Eve. He gives him a left jab, but that didn't even do anything to this old fuck. Oh yeah, keep going baby boy, that makes me ovulate. I don't think Mark even cares anymore about property damage, so he starts making work of Conquest. He also brings this whole building down. God damn. Oh my god. You might as well wipe this whole area off the geographic map. This man Conquest chokes Mark in this whole fight like 4 times. I don't know if it's some weird ass Viltrumite kink, but this man enjoying this a little bit too much now. Mark then tries to hammer Conquest, then claps this man's cheeks. Lord have mercy. My eyes deceive me. Holy, triple caked up on a Saturday afternoon. Anyway, as I was saying. And does a right kick to Conquest's stomach.
Very good! That was just a warm-up.
Mark's warm-up is apparently over, and he proceeds to give Conquest a left hook to his cheek. He's not letting up, so he throws another jab and a right swing. With Conquest seeing colors after that, Mark thrusts both of them into the sky. He then knees his chest and gains momentum to give Conquest a deadly jawbreaker, but I'm pretty sure his hand took more damage than Conquest's jaw. Mark's all tired, but Conquest decides to be a fucking creep and blows a heart with his blood, and he proceeds to flick it. I guess this man was heartbroken in another life. Them Viltrumite bops need to stay on the streets. Now I know this man just wants that Invincible dick. He straight up looked like the Grinch who stole Christmas. These two start tussling again. I can't help but think they are having rough sex after having an argument with each other. Mark starts getting cocky, and it's certain that he's gonna be number 1 in this fight, but Conquest thinks otherwise. He responds with this outrageous swing to his head, straight up shattering his goggles. That boy Art really needs to invest in some stronger goggles. I'm surprised his secret identity didn't come out sooner with this shit. Here we have Oliver being a nice brother, and a fucking retard, and is quick to rush into action. What does he think he's gonna do to this decades-old fossil? This man Conquest can just breathe in his direction, and it'll send him all the way to the coalition of planets. You know, listen, you dumbass boy. I wish I could send your ass back to Jupiter. The day has been dark, but Mark's willpower keeps him pushing forward. But the animators lock in and give us this sexy ass shot of Conquest hammering this man Mark, straight up leveling the entire area. Yeah, I think it's time to give up reconstruction at this point. Y'all are just gonna be making new villains now. Mark is being tossed around like a ragdoll, but Conquest says take these impact frames, and gives him a right hook, sending his ass flying. Oliver can't keep up with these two tussling. Should have just stayed home doing math problems, you grape. Mark can't catch a break, and he's just taking it at this point. He knows he's probably cooked, but he knows that he can't let an elder beat his ass. Oh my god, they're just doing this on purpose now. Mark and his luscious ass hair is straight up defeated, so much so that he asks Conquest for a timeout. Break! Mark needs time to catch his breath, but there he goes again, choking my boy. But not only that, he straight up disrespects him by slamming his ass into the ground. Then he starts caressing my boy. This is straight rape! But Oliver comes in and says, what is it with you and rape? No one's raping anyone.
What is it with you and rape? No one's raping anyone.
If you want a Dexter video, let me know. Oliver starts feeling himself from getting one lick back on Conquest. It says to get ready for a big ass beatdown. But Conquest says get ready for my big ass hand, bitch. Look at that perfect fucking form. He would have won gold medals in the Olympics for that shit. Regardless, he disrespects Oliver and puts him in this position. I don't know about you, but I'd go back to that bug planet where he came from. Mark tells Oliver to go on and get. Conquest is just toying with Mark, straight up tossing him into buildings and dragging his ass across the floor. He knows he's probably gonna win this fight, but Mark's had enough of his dumb shit. He gives him some head. Mark's adrenaline kicks in, realizing that this shit is serious, but his punches barely even scratched this man. It didn't do jack shit. This man Conquest don't even have a scratch from his blows. Pause. Conquest straight up pulls Mark's arm from its joint. Oh my god, he deadass discombobulated his arm. The disrespect keeps on coming as Conquest is just straight playing with Mark like he's a Barbie doll. This fucking guy dies. This guy keeps dragging Mark's body. I know his back looks like a Leonardo da Vinci painting after that. Conquest says that he saw Omni-Man when he was still young, meaning this old bastard probably lived up to hundreds of years already. He tells Mark that Nolan got his ass in the ground already, but little did he know, he got saved by our boy Alan the Alien. Before Conquest could give Mark the Fist of Fury, Oliver pulls up, jabbing both his feet, still persistent in that big ass beatdown he promised. This man then does the Heil Hitler!
Well, Heil Hitler, bitch!
And does a deadly bitch slap. Oh my god. And yeah, I'd make that face too, little bro. You're pretty much cooked. But that Fist of Fury not stopping my boy. But he proceeds to throw up his teeth. Oh hell no. Pretty sure that's baby bro's baby teeth. Then this motherfucker proceeds to use Oliver as an elastic band at the gym. He deadass stretching this boy out. So much so he probably gained about 6 inches of height. Oliver then proceeds to cry, thinking he should have stayed home watching Backyardigans. This bitch Mark always gotta wait last minute for the plot to torture his loved ones. So just as Oliver was about to be turned into a fruit roll-up, he tackles Conquest, securing a whole knockout on Oliver. Conquest then throws Mark like a rock as he skips across the water. But this man watched season 1 episode 8, so he know about the train scene. He then decides to make a train scene of his own by slamming Mark into some pedestrians. Oh my god! I'd hate to be Mark Grayson at this point. This is absolutely outrageous. Not the fucking dog! Oh, and the kid too, I guess. Mark says, enough, and throws a left jab. Eve's shield blocks Conquest. Mark is now fearing the worst is about to happen. Conquest is about to diddle Eve's pickle, and he not down to see that, so he tells Eve to leave. But not until Conquest pulls the "No mercy!" move, straight up dislocating his leg. Fuck, I felt that. With Mark down, now it's up to Eve, and apparently she says, "It's morphin' time! Pterodactyl, dickhead!" She then becomes the Pink Ranger, Eve straight up changing the air density. Where the fuck was this during the Invincible War? She then tries to beat the ever-living shit out of Conquest, deadass making Bowser's spiky balls, and them damn fucking walls again, god damn it! Eve tries to close the gap on Conquest, but he says fuck out of here. She then launches another spiky ball, but he shatters it, and I don't even know what the fuck happened. I'm too stoned right now. Conquest then says, "Wait, they don't love you like I love you." Eve's armor shatters, and her energy has run out. And she's so fine, Conquest had to get a second look. He got his motherfucking eye back. This picture right here is one of those moments before disaster pictures. As Conquest speeds and delivers a devastating blow to Eve's face, destroying it completely. He's not done though. He then puts his whole hand through Eve's stomach. No! Oh yeah, Mark, go fly up there now when your girl got her ass handed to her. We then get this touching moment of Mark holding Eve, telling her that everything is gonna be okay, and that Mark needs some sea salt.
Sea salt! I need you, sea salt!
The fuck is he gonna use sea salt for? You really wanna season Eve's body? That's fucked up, man. This psychopath then licks Eve's blood. He really wanted that. Conquest then thanks Mark for giving him the time of his life, and that he's glad he pissed off the Viltrum Empire. Mark then delivers one of the coldest lines in Invincible history.
I don't care how strong you are. I don't care how fast you are. I can see the future. You don't.
What? I can't hear you, bitch!
You don't live to see tomorrow.
With Mark's desperation taking control, Conquest asks Mark to do his worst. They both collide, completely discombobulating both their arms. Oh my lord! Mark is not only left with bone, but Conquest trying to finish this beatdown with just one arm. Mark is tired of Conquest's bum monologues, so he gives him a left hook, then follows it up with a right swing with his leg. He then tries to swing, but Conquest weaves. This man Mark goes primal, and he straight up takes a chunk out of this man's shoulder. These two just keep butting heads. Then Eve decides to become the fucking Phoenix from X-Men, pushing herself to her limit. Mark just keeps throwing jabs until Conquest shuts the fuck up, but he's distracted by whatever voodoo Eve was pulling. But that gives Conquest to, yet again, an opportunity to choke my boy out. Jeffrey Dean Morgan straight up owns this scene. He delivers a monologue about how he's bitchless, that he only got a purpose, not even a real name. I straight up thought he was about to zip down his pants and shove his Conquest dick into Mark's butthole. Mark seems to be fading, but Eve says that Mark's butthole is all hers, and she, just like her bum boyfriend, waits last minute and respectfully lets Conquest finish his masterclass monologue and unleashes this beam of energy, completely frying this old fuck into muscle fibers. Ooh, boobies. But I guess that wasn't enough, and Conquest wants to make sure that he diddles her pickle this time. At this point, Mark has had enough of this fossil bitch and decides it's time to put an end to this hours-long fight. Just as Mark was about to throw another jab, he breaks his hand, not having anything left. He gives Conquest the head he's been asking for. He don't even care what happens to himself. He just wants Conquest in the ground. This man is straight defeated, but Mark not making the same mistake he did with Engstrom. So he decides to beat the ever-living shit out of Conquest. A whole bunch of times. This motherfucker looking like he belonged in an analog horror. He looked like that bump intruder from that one video. He looking like Glenn from The Walking Dead. Mark crawls over to Eve and tells her that he loves her. She says it back, but before their conversation continues, Mark passes out, ending this long battle with Invincible finally winning a battle against a Viltrumite. Or so he thinks. The Guardians of the Globe arrive, all glancing over at Eve's naked body. The fucking pervs. We are now here at Rex's funeral. If you remember, my goat sacrificed himself last episode. Why the fuck is this bitch looking at me like I was the one who killed him? Just after leaving her ex's funeral, she decides to crack Mark, and my boy deserves to crack Eve's atoms. He had a long ass week, he had to relieve some stress. And I bet my boy Rex would be proud of him for that. Mark's suit starts to glow, but I won't get into that even though I know what that means. You just gotta wait and see. Oliver is up and well after that big ass beatdown he got from Conquest, and Mark now faces the truth. The truth that he's been running from this whole time. Mark states that if anyone hurts his family again, he will fucking bum rape them, leaving us waiting another year for season 4. Also, I don't know what this dark blood scene is, I don't know. Looks like my boy Steven is now 1-1 with Jeffrey Dean Morgan. We just gotta wait and find out when their universal battle will take place next. But guys, I guess that's it on this episode of